Good afternoon, Sparsh Katkar. It was disconnected due to loose connection. Good afternoon, Sparsh Katkar. Only one joined. Good afternoon, Navya Dwivedi. Okay, so due to loose connection, it was disconnected. Okay, now I will ask question about what we studied today. Question number one. Navya and Sparsh Katkar, get ready. Suppose it is winter season. Suppose it is winter season, it is very cold. This is the land. What will happen to the water vapor in the air? It is very cold. This is land. It is very cold. This is the air above the land. You know, air it contains water vapor. Now, what will happen to this water vapor in winter season due to very cold temperature? Yes, Navya Dwivedi, give answer. Very good. Navya has given very correct answer. It will convert into fog. It will convert into fog. Okay, so we will find it is very cold. Water vapor will convert into small droplets of water. Small droplets of water, and we call this as a fog. Okay, now next question. Suppose it is winter season. Ashwini Nikore, good afternoon. It is winter season and it is very cold. On the surfaces of the grasses, we will find it is very cold on the surfaces of the grasses. What we will find on the surfaces of the grasses? On the surfaces of the grasses, what we will find? Water vapor is there in the air. Water vapor is there. This water vapor, when it will come in contact with the cold surfaces, like surfaces of the grasses, what it will be, what will form here? Yes, very good. Now we are giving here very correct answer. Very good, beta. That is dew. Dew is what? Dew means 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 what? What do you understand by dew? Dew means what? Now get over very correct answer. Dew will be formed on the surfaces of the grasses. Due to very cold temperature, water vapor will convert into dew. Dew means what? Very good. Very nice. Dew means water droplets. Very good, Navya. So water droplets will be formed. That is dew. Okay. Now suppose third question. Suppose it is winter season. It is very cold, below 0 degrees Celsius, like in Kashmir. Okay. So we will find in such places where it is very cold. Okay, and we will find that these droplets on the surfaces they convert into Ice crystals. What do we call that? It converts into ice crystals. What do we call that? Like in Kashmir, you will find whatever the condensed water is there, that gets converted into crystals because the temperature is very low, below 0 degrees Celsius. What do we call that? Yes, Navya Trivedi has given very correct answer. That is known as frost. That is known as frost. So that is the difference between fog, dew and frost. Okay, so if you know that in cold places like Delhi, fog is very common in winter season. Traffic, gets jammed due to fog. We can't see person standing in front of us. If small droplets of water vapor gets converted into mini infinite small droplets of water, and we can't see vehicle coming in front of us. That is known as, what do we call that? That is called fog. And you will find in winter season only, if you go for walking, you will find on the surfaces small droplets of water are there on the grass. Now we are told very correct, that is known as dew. And in very cold region like Kashmir, if you go, that small droplets, they convert into ice. If we keep water in the freezer, it will convert into ice. Okay. At 0 degrees Celsius, the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, these droplets convert into ice, that we call it as a frost. Okay, so that we studied about fog, frost and dew. Okay, that is regarding fog, frost and dew. Now last time we studied source of water get heated by the heat of the sun. By the process of evaporation, water vapor is formed. Okay, and this water vapor, it moves at a higher altitude. Water vapor moves at a higher altitude. Here it will get condensed and it will form the droplets of water. At a higher altitude, it is low temperature. It is formed the droplets of water on the dust particles. What do we call this? Last time we studied, what do we call this? Now forget about frost, fog and dew. Now just think the source of water like sea, it gets heated by the heat of the sun, gets converted into water vapor by the process of evaporation. This water vapor moves at higher altitude. At higher altitude it is cold. This water vapor condenses into small droplets of water and forms what? Very good. Now where is your very correct answer? It forms cloud. And when these drops, they fall down, they become heavy and they fall down in the form of rain. Okay, what do we call this cycle? The rain gets added in sources of water. What do we call this cycle? This cycle, what do we call? We call it as a water cycle. This is water cycle. But suppose it is very cold. And these droplets of water gets converted into ice crystal. Okay, then what do we receive? If ice crystals are falling down, what do we call that? Crystals of ice. Yes. Instead of water, crystals of ice formed at the higher altitude due to very low temperature and it is falling down. What do we call that? Very good. It is known as hailstones. When the small ice balls are falling down, it is called hailstone, and when crystals are falling down, we will call it as a snowflakes. We will call it as a snowflakes. Okay, so thank you very much. Now I will stop. Your other class will be there.